Alright, so I'm pretty sure most of you guys are familiar with the whole sykkuno drama thing because it's honestly kinda crazy. Because we're talking about a 30-year-old man acting like some fucking anime high schooler. This is the definition of cringe. Now, of course, just to be frank, I'm not one of those people who, quote unquote, always knew that something about sykkuno was off. No, I'm not one of those guys. But I don't know why. Something about this genuinely does not seem that surprising to me. I could not explain to you why, but I don't know. It really doesn't surprise me for some reason. Alright, so for those of you who don't know, Sykkuno is this pretty famous Twitch streamer who has been dating this girl for about 5 years, and he's been caught cheating on her. Now, this kind of news is honestly not something that I'd be really interested in covering, mainly because who cares? But what's interesting is that he has been caught DMing several cosplayers, smaller Twitch streamers, and using some of the cringiest ass pickup lines.
Flustered so easily.
Because I've never done this kind of thing before. Lol.
And? You don't like it?
Which is crazy, cause I'm older than you, but like, I haven't really dated much, so...
So? You have me now!
My XP bar is low. But, no, I do it. I've never gotten something like this before. Yes, I like it. It's so good. I can't wait to use it later.
You know, I kind of wondered if you ever touched yourself while watching what I sent you.
What? Why would you wonder that?
Well, because there's spicy pictures and videos, of course. I wonder if you put them to use.
I'll definitely put this one to use.
So you've never done so before, huh?
Maybe? Fuck, man. 34-year-old man.
I want a yes or no.
Yes, of course. I have. How could I not?
Now, the rabbit hole goes pretty deep as far as I'm concerned, so if you guys are interested in looking deeper into this, then, feel free, I guess. But the main points made against Sykkuno is that he's a creep, he's a serial cheater, and he's a manipulator. Now, I don't know if it's because of how I grew up or whatever, but that still does not interest me in wanting to cover this as news, because who cares, okay? He cheated on his girlfriend. I don't care. That's not my business, and it neither should be yours. What makes this news a little bit interesting is that this guy would be targeting women who are mainly around the age range of 18, while this guy is 35, so that obviously gives him creep points for that. But he would not only target multiple of these girls, but he would use, as I mentioned before, some of the cringiest ass pickup lines that I've ever seen. This is basically what a chronically online Discord mod that hasn't seen the light of day in days and lives in his parents' basement would use as pickup lines. Except in this case here, it's coming from a famous Twitch streamer that arguably doesn't really look like a Discord mod, and I would say, and put the argument out there, is a pretty attractive guy. But it still doesn't change the fact that this is so fucking cringe. If you guys have been watching Sykkuno for a while, then you guys would know that this is basically his shtick. He acts like this naturally as a cute anime boy.
Alright, I have no clue what this is, but it's quite heavy. Okay, let's see what's in here. It's,
Which, has its place. I'm not really someone who's interested in watching that kind of stuff. I don't really watch Twitch streams really all that often, but even so, I wouldn't really be interested in that, but, he built a fan base out of that, so I guess kudos to him for being able to pull that off. But it's one thing if you're doing it on a stream with an audience of people who's watching you, and your purpose is to entertain them, and God knows there have been way worse things that have been done on streams for the sake of clout and or entertainment. But it's another thing if you're doing it in real life and you're using those same tics to pick up women and try to make yourself seem like you're some innocent little anime boy. Buddy, you're 35. Get a grip. Now I know me and other people who are covering the story are making it seem like it's way bigger than it actually is, and as far as I'm concerned, it's not really that bad. I mean, yeah, this guy is weird, and I guess you can say that he's a creep because he's targeting 18-year-old girls who just freshly got out of high school, so yeah, that's definitely weird. But, I mean, if it was consensual, if he's just acting a little weird, and if he cheated on his girlfriend, then yeah, that makes him a fucking asshole. But, I don't know, if it wasn't with any underage girls, I guess it's fine. Again, it's weird because he's targeting 18-year-olds, but if it was a 17-year-old, that's a different story. Now, of course, this is as far as I'm concerned. If you guys know of any other instances where he was genuinely being a creep to an underage girl, then please let me know in the comments. And or if there's any news on him doing stuff that isn't consensual, then again, put it down below in the comments because I would hate to get facts wrong. But the only reason as to why I'm covering this is mainly because of two things. One, it is still weird that he's 30 and he's targeting so many girls, and so many of these girls are younger than him. So that's automatically gonna get me and other people to look at you with a side eye, if you know what I'm saying. But the other aspect that makes me want to cover this is that, again, the way this guy is talking to these women. If you guys have ever been to a real-life maid cafe, then you know that that is a pretty cringe experience, because when you're watching cute maids interacting with anime characters in anime, it's endearing, it's kind of adorable, and it can even turn on a few little thingies, if you know what I'm saying. But when you go to a maid cafe in real life, it just doesn't feel right. It feels uncanny. It feels like something here is unnatural. Because it's basically watching real human beings acting like cartoon characters. That's basically what's going on here. Sykkuno is basically acting like an anime character, or I guess a Japanese cartoon character if you want to be offensive, and trying to see if that's going to get him some riz. Now, Sykkuno did publish an apology on his Twitter, but what makes this so funny is that the English voice actor for Deku, Justin Briner, read the entire apology in his Deku voice, which is ironically a character that a lot of people have associated Sykkuno with behaving like. And just so that you guys don't have to go to Twitter if you're feeling really lazy, I'm gonna play it right here because it's honestly really funny.
I would like to apologize to everyone I have disappointed. Most of all, to my girlfriend. I am so sorry I put you through so much. I never want to make these mistakes again and hurt you and the people I care about. I was unfaithful, and I own and fully admit that. I lied to people and told them I was single, which I know is not right. I'm sorry to all of the people that I hurt by doing this. The following is not an attempt to minimize what I have done. However, I have seen some false accusations about me that are not true. I cannot allow false accusations and such extreme labels to be placed on me. I do understand that the people making these claims did it from a place of hurt. So please do not send any more hate to anyone. I just want the situation to get better, and I wish them the best. My girlfriend and I didn't respond quickly because we were already working on our relationship and communication before all this happened. Having so much private information exposed to the public has made it incredibly difficult for us to heal together. I will be taking a break from streaming and the internet to better myself and give us the time we need to try and improve our relationship. Thank you for reading, and I will continue to learn and grow from this experience. My girlfriend wanted to share her experience. Below is a message written by her.
People are still clowning on him on TikTok for this, and honestly, fair play, but As far as I'm concerned, he hasn't really done anything that's illegal that would result in him being behind bars. Again, if you guys have any information on any inappropriate or unwanted behavior towards women, or really anyone for that matter, by him, then please let me know in the comments. I would hate to overlook those kinds of allegations and accusations. But this just goes to show the really interesting dynamic that Twitch streamers have with their fans, and how lots of them try to take advantage and abuse of that dynamic. And it's really famous people in general. Like, this isn't anything new, nor is this anything that should be surprising to people, unfortunately. And it's sad that that's the reality that we live in. But this is just a reminder to any young viewers watching him, or really any young viewer watching someone with a large audience. Remember, they're not your friends. You don't know them, they don't know you. And so if they're sliding in your DMs, they're not interested in wanting to get to know you, alright? They don't want that. They want power. That's what they want. But that's really it. That's all I have to say. Have a good day, everyone.